And welcome everyone to our virtual co-working and write-in/editing event. I'm Coral Sands, the Municipal Liaison of the Illinois Elsewhere region on NaNoWriMo.org. Now, November is the start of a 50,000 word challenge where writers around the world attempt to write 50,000 words in only 30 days. There's many ways to achieve success, but I love write-in events. But before I get to that, I want to give you a heads up of the upcoming streaming calendar. As you can see, in February, we were working on step 6 and step 7 of our Now What workbook. In March, we are going to do Camp Nano prep and co-working streams. And then in April, we are going to do weekly co-working streams. So definitely make sure you keep an eye on the schedule of events on NaNoWriMo.org so you do not miss it. Now, instead of Bunny Cam, we will be featuring Adoption Corner. This week, we are featuring the Handsome Gable, named after the novel Anne of Green Gables. And if you're in the Chicagoland area, for Angel's Animal Sanctuary has many rabbits, just like Gable here, looking for families to take on special bunnies. So please go to forangelsas.com to submit an application today. Now, with all of our housekeeping out of the way, let's talk about what we're going to do today. As I mentioned earlier, I love write-in events. For mine, I post prompts followed by short bursts of break time so we can really get in a lot of writing. Think of this as a 1-hour marathon of writing. Same for editing. Now, this will be live on Twitch and YouTube, but feel free to watch the VOD afterwards so you can pause if you need more time. To start us off with our warm-up, we are going to do a 5-minute sprint to get our creative juices going. Prompt 1 is going to be to find the word just in your document and see if you can delete it. All right, 5 minutes on the clock, and let's dive in and see how many times we used the word just in our I don't know how many. Let's see. We're going to do a Control F and find it. So Control F, we are going to find just. I got 19 in this version. And then let me look at the other version because I am rewriting, so I have all of my things in rewrites. Let's see. Just 153. Oof, that's rough. Okay, let's go back to my original thing and see what we have. All right, so I'm going to copy and paste the sentence into the thing so you can see what I'm actively working on. The sentence. Okay. So let's see if I can come up with this just when the first person came up to them, they seemed just as nervous as now. They seemed as nervous as now. We can just delete it. Just delete it. Yeah, this is one where we can delete it. They seemed as nervous as now. Okay, so the first one is a delete. See how many times we can get rid of just. That's one down. Second time we have just. No name, just sign your name. This isn't a conversation, so I feel like we can be lax about whether or not we include it. And it sounds like informal enough in a conversation. So I'm going to keep that just. Oh, here's another one. This is a different person talking. Just wait until you get home, Rachel gave her European kisses and left Nell. Nell went back to signing books. I think this one we can get rid of because I want to have my conversations sound a little bit different, have different voices. Wait until you get home. Rachel gave her European kisses and left Nell. And I think, too, I would also get rid of the second Nell, who went back to signing books. Wait until you get home, Rachel gave her European kisses and left Nell, who went back to signing books. I like that change. Okay, so we are getting rid of this. All right, let's find the next one. Now took out a couple of shirts, laid them on the bed, and laid them on the bed, looking them over. After a quick any, miny, miny, mo, Nell grabbed a Pink Floyd shirt just as a knock came at their door. Nell grabbed a Pink Floyd shirt as a knock came at the door. Yeah, we can get rid of it. Let's do it. Let's do it. This one we can get rid of too, I see it. Okay, and let's click save. All right, so we have a short break, 2.5 minutes worth, and we are going to enjoy the fantastic Gable. Now, he is so handsome. He is what is called a Rex rabbit, a mini Rex. Rexes can become really they are phenomenal bunnies, very smart. They have the most soft, cushiony fur that literally feels like velvet, crushed velvet. It is the softest thing you'll put your hands on. And he also has, like, the way that his fur is, his whiskers are actually a little bit curly and everything. So cute. We love a Rex. He's about 2 years old. He is a male. And he is available for adoption through Fur Angels Animal Sanctuary. He is located in Aurora, Illinois, and we are looking for potential adopters. So if you are in the Illinois, Chicagoland area, really anywhere in Illinois, and Indiana and Wisconsin, I believe, is the area of our foster home. So, yeah. All right. So, for our second sprint, we are going to tackle adverbs. While some adverbs are okay, we are looking to clean up our writing. So try to rephrase a sentence by using a stronger action verb. For example, she walked quietly down the hall can be changed to she snuck down the hall. So for prompt 2, we are going to highlight all of our adverbs. So I'm going to take, again, from the first chapter, and we'll see how many adverbs we get. I'm just going to copy parts of it, and let's see. We have adverbs. Adverbs mostly will start with ly. Okay, 10 minutes on the clock. Let's do this. It was finally happening. Finally, I believe, is an adverb. After 2 years of hard work, it was finally happening. I feel like it needs to be there, though. It was happening. It was happening. Well, I guess we could keep it. It was happening. Now stood outside a large box store and took a deep breath. No one knew them. They peered inside, looking to see if there was a ton of people. It needs to be were. But they couldn't see the table. Alright. We already put them on the shelves. Signage. Okay, now recognize the voice immediately and turn around. Now recognize, because I want to say, I could say instantly, but then that's another adverb. All right. Now recognize the voice and turned around. Let's just get rid of it. Get rid of it and turned around. Andre, their best friend, smiled, holding 2 copies of NaNo book. Do I get a signed version? Yours is at home. Nell gave him a hug. Get rid of in order. Alright, to hug them back. He was taller than Nell, and had to shift the books over to one arm to hug them back. Alright. You okay? Yes. I don't know if these 2 sentences need to be connected because of... I don't think they go with each other. Well, we definitely, let's move on. But this we're going to highlight because we might want to check it out later. Alright. You okay? Yes. Nothing a shot of tequila would fix, Melanie admitted. The teen snorted. Now turned back around to face the employee. Sorry about that. How much time until we start? Teen looked at their watch. Still have 15 minutes. I'll leave to get you sorted, but I'll check on you in a bit in case you have questions or need anything. Oh, and under the table is some bottles of water in the box if you get parched. Thanks. Now smile politely. So here's another adverb. Smile politely. I feel like it needs to be there, though. This is the tough part, because I feel like it needs to be there because it is a polite smile. And is there another way of saying polite smile? Let's see. Let's go look in the thesaurus, shall we? All right, we are Googling thesaurus. And in the thesaurus, we are going to do politely. Okay. Polite. Good. They're all adverbs. Let's see this. Verb instead of politely. Yeah, it's not giving me anything, so I'm going to keep it. I'm going to get rid of this literally, though, even though it's in a thing. I forgot they were there. Andre gave a small laugh. I am going to change that to Andre chuckled. Oh, and I didn't forget. He pulled out a piece of paper from his back pocket of his loose jeans. He gave it to Nell. Okay. Let's see. What did he get? What's this? And then some more. This. Happy birthday. I got you tickets to see Simon Road. Oh, wow. What kind of music is it? It's a surprise, but you're going to love them. No Google. Wait, this is tonight. He nodded. Okay. Let's go back to this sentence. He was taller than Nell and had to shift the books over in one arm to hug them back. How about this? All right. Take off this. We're working on it now. None. He shifted books over to one arm to hug them back. Better. All right, time for a break. How did everybody do? Are you having fun with adverbs? I am not shocked with how many adverbs I had in just that one portion of my first chapter. Yes, this is a complete rewrite of the chapter I had to do. So I am having fun going through this rewrite, but also editing the rewrite. It's a lot. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. Welcome, welcome. If you're just joining us, this is the handsome Gable. He is available for adoption through Fur Angels Animal Sanctuary. It is a foster-based rescue in the Chicagoland area. So, we are... All right. So, back by popular demand, this is something that went really, really well last time. So I am doing it again this time, this week. We are going to highlight dialogue, action, and narrative. Now, scenes in the novels are made up of a mix of dialogue, characters talking, action characters doing stuff, narrative, characters thinking, description, backstory, etc. Here's an example with each piece. Number 1, get that balloon away from me. 2, Junpei dug a pen out of his desk drawer and brandished it, threatening. 3, he was the kind of guy who didn't care about ruining a 4-year-old's birthday party. Why did I invite him again? Different balances of the 3 create different effects. A scene of dialogue just flows really fast. A scene of all narrative moves slowly, and it's your job as an author to figure out what kind of balance best suits your scenes. So, use different color highlighters, font colors, whatever, and see how your sentences go. So I'm going to go ahead and copy from earlier, from the one that we were doing earlier. And I'm going to go ahead and paste it here. And then we are going to do it in colors. Okay. So in this first one, highlight dialogue, action, and narrative. So, Mel should be happy, no static. The book was debuting today after 2 years of hard work. It was happening. So, this is all narrative. So for our narrative, we're going to keep green. Mel stood outside the large bookstore and took a deep breath. That's action. So we will go ahead and highlight this. Let's do red this time. Actually, let's change the font color. That'll be better. Let's change it to red. All right. No one knew them, so they peered inside to see if there was a ton of people, but they couldn't see the table and the door. So again, okay. Can I help you? This dialogue. We're going to make that blue. A teen with bright red hair and dark rimmed glasses cocked their head to the side. So, again, this is action. Cock their head to the side. Sorry, yes. Now enter the store the rest of the way and try not to fidget. So this is going to be that. They could do this. That's going to be green, and this is blue. We can already see a nice balance of each one so far. All right. The teen's eyes widened. So more action. Awesome. All this is dialogue. Now shook their head, so action. No worries, we have Now nodded. Isn't red. That's better. Yes, it would have irritated me if I kept it a different red. Alright, the team led Nell to the middle of the store. Nell's heart stopped seeing a table with their books hidden on it. They smiled. All of that is an action. Can't believe it. Okay. Dialogue. You deserve it. Nell recognized the voice and turned around. That is going to be an action. Andre, their best friend, smiled, holding 2 copies of Nell's book. Do I get a signed version? You betcha. Okay, yours is at home. Nell gave him a hug. He shifted the books over to one arm to hug him back. So, action. You okay? Dialogue. Nothing a shot of tequila wouldn't fix. The teen snorted. Alright, now turn back to face the employee. Oop, wrong red. Sorry about that. How much time do we have until we start? Team looked at their watch. We have 15 minutes, blah blah blah, bunch of dialogue. Thanks. Forgot they were there and help us. So, both of these are dialogue, and then he nodded. So what is one thing that we see? What do we see? We see a lot of action and dialogue, not very much narrative. I also noticed here, he pulled out a piece of paper from his back pocket of his loose jeans. He gave it to Nell. I think we can get rid of this and just say giving to Nell. Gaving. Alright, fix that. Does this sound good? Their book was debuting today instead of their book debuted today. It sounds weird, right? But it would be more correct. Debuted. It seems like an awkward sentence. Doesn't that sound like an awkward sentence? They debuted today. Debuted? Maybe that's their first book debuted today. See, that sounds weird still. I don't like it. Okay. We can combine those two. Should be happy. No, it's static. Now, should be happy. We need to get rid of that. Debuted their first book. Maybe I should just say came out. Oh, 'tis time for a break. And we have the lovely and handsome Gable to keep us company during our break. How was that? That was such a fun little exercise. I love that one, and it's always so interesting to see how much action, how much dialogue, and how much narrative that you have in a chapter. And that was only partial chapter, and I had so much, not very much narrative though. So I need to think about probably maybe adding a little bit more in there to balance it out. This is the first chapter, so we want it to kind of be a little bit more catchier and a little bit more action. So it makes sense for there to be as much action as there is and as much dialogue, because dialogue is going to be quick, right? And kind of get us, kind of keep the pace going and hopefully keep people interested and wanting to know more about the characters. So I am pretty happy with that. We're going to go back. I'm going to copy and paste while we're in the middle of our break real quick. We're going to copy and paste the work that we did with the previous one, and we're going to go ahead and make it all green again though. All right, make it all green. Nope, none, wrong one. Green. Okay. All right, so for prompt number 4, we are going to tackle some passive voice. Search for be, such as am, is, was, were, are, and been. Rephrase the sentence. The subject performs the action instead of having the action done to them. Which is hilarious because my very first sentence has a form of be right there. So we know is going to be a fun challenge. All right. We need to redo our first sentence. All right, let's do this. Let's remove our passive voice. We can do this. Action. Okay. How do we do this? Oh gosh. Okay. How do we do this? Now should be happy. No. Static. How would you change that? No, it was. I changed it from a form of B to a form of B. Okay. All right. How many? Maybe you could. No, because it still was. I hate this exercise, by the way. If you can't notice, it's just super hard. Okay, let's see. Is there any more forms of B? We'll go back to, we'll highlight this first sentence because we still need to do it. Come back to it. Okay. I help you, enter the store the rest of the way, and try not to fidget. They could do this. I'm here for the books. Awesome. We have the table ready. The books came in last week, so we already put them out on the shelves and the table. Did you have signage? Shook their head. Hmm. So the other forms would be during the conversation, so I think that is going to be okay to keep those. But we need to rethink this. This is the first sentence of the book. Is that better? Is that a better sentence? It is a really long first sentence. Ooh, all right, we are in our break time, and we have the handsome Gable again to be able to say hello. For those of you that are just joining us, Gable is a handsome mini Rex. He is about 2 years old, and He's currently being fostered in Aurora, Illinois, available for adoption through Fur Angels Animal Sanctuary, which is a Chicagoland foster-based that fosters all types of animals, from birds, cats, dogs, rabbits, snakes. Yeah, everything from the scaly to even fish. We've fostered fish before, so and ferrets and all types of things. So if you're interested in adopting any animals, always recommend looking for adoption before purchasing, because there's a lot of animals out there looking for homes. Okay, we are going to be continuing our quest of deletion. So again, I copy pasted. We are deleting words. That's how you know we're not in November anymore, Toto. You're ruthless, but like a hairstylist or an arborist. Not like a horror movie villain. Ruthless in the name of health and beauty. This can be done on a larger scale, cutting whole chapters and even whole characters that don't contribute to the urgency of the story, or on a smaller scale, cutting extra adjectives or sentences that spend 50 words doing what 5 could do just as well. Figure out which large things to cut, read through your novel, mark places where you lose interest, and if you can't figure out how to ramp them up, cut them. To figure out which words or sentences to cut, read your story out loud, and cut where the story stumbles or drags. Alright, so we'll continue to work on trimming all unnecessary words. I copy-pasted the ones that we were doing. We will look for so well like that as well and try to take those out. All right. So, no so. Okay. Hey, look at that. There's the so. Alright, the books came in last week, so we already put them out on the shelves. We can get rid of it. Shelves. Get rid of this. Your book. Your book. Your book. Came in last week. This morning we stocked the shelves and the table. Did you have signage? pulled out a piece of paper from the back pocket of his loose jeans, giving it to Nell. What's this? Is that the first question you'd ask? What kind of music is it? Oh, you would say thank you. Wrong your, Coral. Fuck. Did this again. After 2 years of hard work, Nell's first book debuted today, but their nerves blinded them from happiness. Nell stood outside a large book. I still do not like how that started. Do not like how that first sentence is starting at all. I think that's a little better. Might have to continue to work on this paragraph after the end of this. All right, and with that, means time is up. We have completed our 1-hour editing marathon. Fantastic work, everyone. Now, during our next event, we will be not going over more of Step 7. We will be getting ready for Camp NaNo. So remember, even if you didn't make your goals, you were attempting to put in an effort to write a little bit every day, and that is amazing. Above all, do not get discouraged. Brand new things will always be shinier. The grass is always greener on the other side, and new novel ideas will always seem better than the novel you just wrote. That's just the way of life. It's your job to keep working with it, even if you feel like it's hard, or you should just light the draft on fire and throw it off a cliff. So you can contact me on NaNoWriMo.org by adding me as a buddy and then messaging me, which is NaNoWriMo.org/participants/Coral-Sands. And if you want to keep in touch, join our Facebook group, NaNoWriters ILL, or more on Tribal Social called NaNoWriters. And before I go, I must thank our amazing producer, David McGinnis. I couldn't do any of this without them. Thank you to tabletopaudio.com for their amazing music. Please stop by their website. They have a link to their Patreon if you want to support them. And thanks to NaNoWriMo.org for hosting NaNoWriMo. Links to all of our social media are found in the description, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like to see this content. And I will see you next time. Bye!